Hi ladies, so it's Mickey, and as promised, I'm going to go ahead and do the review for the Mooncup. I'm upstairs in my office, and all my walls are white, so I did have this piece of material, because I'm going to make a pillow out of it, or something, I don't really know yet, but it's dark, so I figured you'd be able to see the Mooncup a little bit better, because I noticed on that one video that you really couldn't see it very well. So, I do have some notes just because I don't want to give you any misinformation. But I do highly recommend you going to the Mooncup website. Now keep in mind, when I'm talking about the Mooncup, I'm talking about the one that I got. And the one that I got is the Mooncup UK. So I actually went to Amazon and I looked up Mooncup on there. And the one that they have on there is the brand from the US. It's not the same company as the one in the UK. So what happened was someone patented the name in the US, a company called The Keeper. They patented the name Mooncup. So when they started to sell, when the UK company started to sell Mooncups in the US, they couldn't use that name. So that's why there's a difference between the two. And that's what I found out looking through the feedback on Amazon. But yeah, I'm talking about the Mooncup UK. You can look up MC UK or Mooncup UK. Google it, and it'll take you to their website. Now, it comes in this cute little pack, so it's really cute. And this has pink strings, and that's because of the size. They're sort of color coded. So I got size A, and it comes with pink. Size B comes with the green one. And I'll talk about that in a little while, the sizing. So here is the Mooncup. Okay, I'll talk about the parts first. First you have a fairly large rim. It's fairly thick as well. If you look at it this way. And then it's got this little ridge, and in this ridge, within this ridge, it's got 6 holes in it. But they're going up, but they're going up at a diagonal inwards. So it's ending over here on the inside. Then, I don't know if you can see it, probably not. There are some lines in here, and those are measurement lines. So it has 2 lines. One says 7.5 milliliters, and the other one says 13 milliliters. It can actually hold up 3 times as much menstrual blood than a tampon or a pad, which is really cool if you use it for that. And then it's got more ridges down here at the bottom of the cup, and then it's got this stem, and it's got ridges on the stem so that you know, if it is slippery or whatever, you still have something to grab onto to take it out. So this is not showing. I did cut off about 3 ridges. I trimmed it down because they have it long for a reason, just so that, you know, people are comfortable with different stems. And since I was paranoid about not being able to find the stem and be able to take it out, which I know that's a big fear of everybody, then you know, they had this long stem. That's why I got this one. And then I just cut it off. Like every time I used it, if it wasn't comfortable, after that time that I used it, I would just cut off one little ridge until I found it most comfortable for me. So this is the length that I found most comfortable for me. Let me see. It is, I'm going to read from the website. It is a reusable menstrual cup around 2 inches long. So 2 inches this way. Actually, I got out my measuring tape a little while ago, and it's a little bit longer. It was like 2.75, and I'm adding on to my count just because I took off some. And then diameter-wise, it's 1.75 inches. It's made out of soft medical grade silicone. So if you have a allergy to latex or anything, it's latex free, so you can actually use it. It is FDA approved in the US. They are not allowed to use that as a way to promote their product, but they are FDA approved. It can be removed, rinsed, and reinserted for up to every 8 hours. So they recommend 4 to 8 hours. And something else that I thought was cool is they have a FAQ page, and one person mentioned that they have endometriosis, so you know they bleed quite a bit, and you know since you do have those measurements in here, it'll actually help you to measure how much is coming out, how much menstrual fluid is coming out, and you actually, you can jot it down and let your doctor know how much you're actually bleeding and stuff, which is, I think, a pretty cool thing. Also, you can you can measure how much semen your husband's releasing. So, if you didn't know this video was going to be TMI, I don't know how you would not know that this video was going to be TMI if I'm talking about the Mooncup. Anyways, so when you get it in the pouch, what you want to do is, the first thing you want to do, of course, is clean it or sterilize it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to put it in, you can put it in a pot and boil some water for 5 to 7 minutes. Make sure it's all the way submerged in the water. You don't want it sticking out or anything. I guess it can damage it that way. I don't really know, but and it won't sterilize it if it's not actually boiling in the water. So 5 to 7 minutes. You can also stick it in the microwave, submerged underwater. They have directions for that, but I just boiled it on my stove. Every time that you insert it or take it out, you always want to make sure that you have clean hands. Always make sure that you wash your hands with soap and water. You want to be as hygienic as possible. You don't want to add any extra bacteria. Let's see. How to use. What you're going to do is, they have different folding methods. I highly recommend going to the website, going to the YouTube channel, Menstrual Cup Info. I highly recommend that channel, just because she goes into depth. She shows you all the different kinds of cups that are available out there. She has different brands. She has different sizes. She has tons of information on there. There's no spaces in between that. Menstrual Cup Info. Also, she has like this clear tube that's supposed to represent your vagina, and she actually folds it and she puts it in there. I'm a visual person, so that really helped me a lot in order to visualize in my head what's going on when I'm trying to put it in, and take it out as well. So that helped me a lot, and it pretty much sealed the deal that I was going to try it. You can't visualize because it's internal, so you can sort of, anyways. Let me see how much time I have left. But, okay, folding techniques, that's what I was talking about. Okay, there's several different folding techniques. The one that you actually get a little packet with this, the first folding technique is a C. So all you do is just sort of press it, and then, as you can see, it is pretty malleable. Like, you can move it around a lot. Flexible would be the better word. But yeah, I just press down, and it's sort of made like a U or a C, whatever you want to call it. Now, this technique did not work for me. It felt too big for me, and I did not like it. It was sort of hard for me to actually insert. So the other one that they do is you sort of bring this down, and yeah, just sort of fold. So it looks like flour. And it has like a smaller entry. Like, this will go in first. And that felt a whole much better to me, and it was a lot more comfortable to insert, and then once it goes in, it will actually like pop out like that and open up. It's great. So that's the one that worked for me the best. I will be honest, it took me a good like 2 or 3 times in order to get it down. Like, you know, technique takes time and practice. So the first time I used it, I wanted to see if I could really like put it in or whatever. I actually on the instructions, since you know there was no moisture going on in there at that time, all I did was add a little bit of water to it, and I was able to insert it without any problem. They don't recommend using oil-based lubes to get it in, you know. And since you're trying to use it whenever you're on your menstruation or after you and your husband baby dance, there will be moisture in there, so it'll be really easy for you to insert. If it is not easy or you're having problems, you know, you can just add a little bit of water to it, or not oil-based lubricants, because that will actually over time damage the material. Okay, size. I know a lot of people are wondering. They sell it in 2 sizes, size A and size B. I have size A. There's an actual chart on their website that helps you decide which one it is. So on this chart, the first, I did clean this off by the way, so I'm not just like touching my face. So it is, and I am going to sterilize it again because my hands are all over it. But there's a chart. It says, do you have children? First column. Second column, I am under 30. Third column, I am 30 years or older. So here it goes. If you do not have children and you are under 30, they recommend size B. If you do not have children and you are over 30, they recommend size A, which is why I got it. If you do have children and you had a vaginal birth, regardless of your age, you are recommended size A. If you do have children and you had a cesarean section, a C-section, sorry, if you had a cesarean, and you're under 30, they recommend B. But if you're over 30 and had a C-section, they recommend A. So A is pretty much recommended for everyone except for those ladies that have not had children and are under 30, or do have children but had a C-section and are under 30. So, yeah. And they do have reasons for this. And it's on their website, so you can check that out. Let's see. That's pretty much it as far as like informational stuff. So, I have about 6 minutes left, and I just want to talk to you about my experience with it. Okay, I was really nervous in getting the Mooncup. I'll be totally honest. Really nervous because, oh my God, what do I do if it gets stuck? What do I do if I can't find it? I wouldn't say my fingers are stubby, but they're not the longest things in the world either. So, you know, I was really freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I do want to try this, but I don't know. I did a lot of research. I even looked up all the cups. There was a chart with all the cups, their sizes, their lengths, diameters, everything was on this chart. And I looked that up, and it made me feel a little bit better about it. The first time I put it in, I was very paranoid, very nervous, and I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. The first time I put it in, I think the nerves were really there, because it's like, okay, how do I take this up? I do gotta mention this. These holes on there, it's to create a suction on your vaginal walls, so it won't just fall out when it's in. So when you take it out, you have to release that suction, because you can pull on this as much as you want, But because of that suction that's in there, you're not going to be able to take it out. So that paranoid me even more. So all you got to do is sort of reach in more. You could pinch the bottom, and when you do that, you see when you do that, this goes in a little bit. So actually the holes will let air go through the cup and let you get rid of that suction, and you'll be able to pull it right out. So yeah, and if you can't do that, then try to reach a little bit higher to where you can like mess with the rim, and that automatically will start to come out a lot easier. So yeah, that first time I didn't really like, I read the directions, but when I was trying to take it out, I forgot about that whole suction part, and I was like, oh my god, it won't come out. Oh my god, what are we going to do? This is going to be really embarrassing, because I either have to get my husband to help me take it out, or I have to go to the hospital or to the doctor, and they're going to have to take it out. I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? So, yeah. But thankfully enough, I remember it's like, oh, they did say something about suction, and I just pinched the top, and I was able to take it out. No problems at all. Something that I do, it'll be up to you. It is a little messy, and it's very, very, very TMI. Because when I take it out, I don't want to lose my husband's semen. I don't take it out while I'm on the toilet to dump it out. I lay down. They do recommend when you put it in or when you take it out that you're either on the toilet or you can actually like lay down and have your legs up, because in the crouch position your vaginal canal is shorter, so it's easier to find. So yeah, I lay down and I take it out that way, but the semen actually stays in. And I just lay there for a little bit longer, you know, just to try to help myself a little bit more, help our chances. I don't know if that actually works or not, but it made sense in my head. So why not, right? It has taken a good, took a good 3 or 4 times, I'll be honest, for me to really feel comfortable with it being in, to actually move around after it was in, because I felt weird about it. I just, you know, there's something there, and, you know, and it wasn't a tampon, it wasn't this straight thing, it was this round thing, so I didn't know how it was going to feel or whatever. But after I got up and I started moving around and doing stuff, I was like, okay, it's like I can actually see myself using this as an alternative to using pads and an alternative to using tampons as well. I don't like using tampons, and I really don't like using pads. So, and I gotta use something, right? So, so I think I'm really gonna end up using it this next cycle that's coming up. So yeah, I really didn't have a problem with it at all. Once I got used to it, it was like nothing, you know. It is a little messy for me, but that could just be my inexperience, and I'm sure that it'll get a little non-messy later. When I knew that we were going to BD and I was going to use it, I had some water and like a little bowl or something that I'm just going to use for this, and I just cleaned it off right there next to the bed, and yeah, and then I would put it back in the pouch, and then the next day I would just go ahead and wash it out in the shower. So yeah, I really enjoyed this product. It was great, and if you have any questions, just message me or comment, and I will get back to you. And if I can't answer it, I'll try to find an answer for you. So I guess I have about 10 seconds left. I guess I will talk to you ladies later. Alrighty, bye-bye.